Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team of the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on. You're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. He can run the entire...
And he's running in the open. Inside the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bucks!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that with just gash them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. These defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Coming after it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
There he goes. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good look out before the defense put a stop to it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Got enough space. And he strides his way over the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. The offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies, and give this quarterback a chance.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well.
Oh, look out. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Colorado. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Brian.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On a little time, lets it go. Got his man down the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is stuck.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting them on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Running toward the tape. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The run from the shotgun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll try the right side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And now on third down after that last run. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's there to make the stop.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Power football with the run. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Hard running there. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bucks.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They march 79 yards on the drive. They pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down...
Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And the Buffaloes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the right. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 11 over Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Offense working from the pistol. Trying to find his man on first down. Just flying through the superhero to make the grab. The Tigers in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This one's complete.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You can tell this looked like a vertical route. So I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. He'll set up to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's York. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And that last run, just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Buffaloes have pushed it inside the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play. They get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Quick completion to the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys could hit the hole. This kid could hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
A great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
See, they need more runs like that. Just so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. And let's hold on just a minute. Officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
Receivers do this every day, all day. Throw it up. I will go get it. I will stay in bounds. Nice job knowing where he was at on the field to get that foot in bounds, to get the big touchdown for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Grab behind the line. It's York. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. LSU quick to the line. They'll try to power their way ahead. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. He makes the connection. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked it down so quickly. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring.
He's loose. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he got loose, it was all over. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
What a snag by the defense. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Makes a man miss. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Cantrell. It's complete to the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Touchdown, Tiger! And here they come, almost all the way back.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Not down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Right back to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more first downs. They just got 2 first downs. A couple more first downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They move the tight end all over. The give to the tailback. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 24 over Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Going up top on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
It's complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to throw it again. And here's the third interception of the night. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The give on the inside. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
To the air, it's Cantrell. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, and know they're going to get the victory.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've improved at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh.
He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, this This was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
I have more defense option. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop because of the points that's being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.